Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another video here on my YouTube channel. Today, we are continuing our 5-year rebuild series here on the YouTube channel. Today, we're doing the App State Mountaineers. Now, App State, for those that don't know, they beat Michigan in 2007. Michigan was a top 10 team. App State was still in the FCS. They beat them. It was like 34-32. Crazy game. I wasn't really into college football then, so I really didn't experience it. But man, must have been a good day for App State football, a terrible day for Michigan football. App State is also a new team in the game this time. They weren't in NCAA 13 or 14, so we have to knock them out because they've been in their new school in the game, just like Jackson State a few weeks ago or months ago, whatever. Anyway, App State, we're gonna bring them the glory. Hopefully, we can beat the big teams like we did Michigan in '07. Right now, it's going to be tough, though. They're a two-star school, but they come in as a 77 overall, 76 on offense, 79 defense. They run the pistol and a 3-3-5 tilt on defense. Let's get into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is their roster. Quarterback Joey Aguilar, or Aguilar, probably butchered his name. He no longer is at App State. He did transfer to UCLA only to enter the portal in the spring, and he'll be playing for Tennessee this upcoming year. But we'll have him here for at least 1 year. We have Billy Wiles and then Matthew Wilson as our freshman. Quarterback position looks like ass, no offense. We have Kanye Roberts as our running back. He's a sophomore. Macoil Haywood back up there. I don't know anything about App State football. Sorry. Caden Robinson's our best receiver, 85. Maybe he can be drafted this year. Christian Horn, we'll see about him. He's a senior, too. Really nothing special at the receiver court either. Tight end, we have Eli Wilson, senior. Nice. Freshman, that's a 62. Markel Samuel is our left tackle for the year. Griffin Scroggs, my bad, he's a sophomore. We have Michael Mariota. Nice. We have Trollton Gentry. We have Thomas Schrader at the right tackle. We have Sean Collins, 78, at the left end. Michael Fletcher on the right end. D tackle looks very weak. We have 2 juniors and 1 freshman. That's not good. We have no depth there. Nate Johnson left out. Kyle Arnholt, middle linebacker. Nothing really to write home about. Caden Sullivan there. I mean, these guys are just mid, man. Cornerbacks look very weak as well. Safeties look all right. I mean, this team is just mid. It's like all the small schools. They're just mid. They got good high seniors and juniors. Then there's really nothing after that. But, hey, we got to recruit, so let's get recruiting. Sam Ha Utah commits. Sydney Lenon committed. Mari Chunkwa Ra commits. Taro Hay committed. Glenn Zimmerman committed. Jamichael Vincent committed. James B. Quitty commits. Peter Breckner committed. Tyree Kahn committed. Miles Welsh commits. Quentin Carver committed. Jerry Hog Daba commits. Ricky Killebrew committed. Cheyenne Bakhtiari committed. And ladies and gentlemen, in our first season here at App State, we're going to be going to the Sun Belt Championship. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2024 Heisman Trophy winner is Jalen Milroe, quarterback of the Alabama Crimson Tide. He had 3,767 yards, 35 tutties, and 3 picks. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going to the Bahamas Bowl here in year 1, taking on the Sam Houston Bearcat. And ladies and gentlemen, here in year number 1, we are the Bahamas Bowl champions of the world. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here are the year 1 stats. Joey Aguilar, 3,517 yards, 239 for 396, 31 tutties, 7 picks, 60% completion percentage. Rushing, Roberts, 226 for 913, 9 tutties. Joey Aguilar, 99 for 488, 4 tutties. Haywood, 40 for 133, 4 tutties. Castle, 7 for 13. Jackson, 6 for 8 with a tutty. Receiving, 53 receptions for 905, 7 tutties for Horn. Jackson, 48 for 805, 11 tutties. Eli Wilson, 59 for 791, 4 tutties. Robinson, 44 for 714, 7 tutties. Roberts, 25 for 174. Hetzel, 3 for 63 with a tutty. Haywood, 5 for 53 with a tutty. Larkins, 1 for 8. And Castle, 1 for 4. Defensively, 72 tackles for Kyle, Jordan Favors, and Miles Farmer with 67. 62 for Johnson. Nate Johnson with 61. 60 for Thomas Davis. 7 for Robinson, 57. 47 for DJ Burks. Tackle for loss, 5 by Collins, 4 by Davis, 3 by Kyle, Michael, and Farner. 2 for Favors and Kelly. 1 for Johnson, Sullivan, Donald, and Hopper. Sacks, we have 10 by Fletcher and Nate Johnson, 2.5 by Collins, Kyle, Davis, and Hooper. 1.5 by Kelly, 1 by Sullivan, Johnson, Robertson, half sack for Darrell, Favors, and that's what I don't know how to pronounce his name, but UL. Interception 4 by Farmer, 1 by Johnson, 1 by Robinson, and 1 by Jordan Favors. That's year 1. Could carry this good year into year 2. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, your year 1 national title was Penn State and Oregon. Penn State comes on top. They finally win the big game, 35-31. Derek Winton committed. Mason Curtis committed. Neelan Green commit. Jordan Castrell commits. Eldrick Griffin committed. Marcus Sanders Jr. committed. Joshua Sales Jr. commits. James Duran commits. Philip Lee committed. Omar Graham Jr. committed. Ladies and gentlemen, we finished with the 32nd best class in the nation, best in the Sun Belt. We got our quarterback. We got some pieces to the puzzle. Let's have a great year 2. Devontae Bakersville committed. Johnny Smith committed. Dean Kerr committed. John Fry commits. Jalen Atwell committed. George Obo Omanu commits. Joe Good committed. Pierre Lynch committed. Timotei Phoenix commits. Wade McDaniels committed. Caleb Mincy committed. Grant Speaks committed. Connor Vick committed. Chuck Smith committed. Rashawn Nix commits. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are number 11 in the land. And we're going to be playing again for the Sun Belt Championship. Let's go. Jesse Fernandez committed. Ben Woodhead committed. Ladies and gentlemen, here in year 2, we are the Sun Belt champions of the world, and we're on to the playoff. Ladies and gentlemen, year 2025 Heisman Trophy winner is Miller Moss, quarterback of USC. He had 4,170 yards, 45 tutties, and 4 picks. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going to the college football playoff here in year 2, and we're taking on the Alabama Crimson Tide. And ladies and gentlemen, we lose our heartbreaker 30-37. Hey, we'll get him next year, champ. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here are the year 2 stats. Terrell Hay, our freshman quarterback, 4,190 yards, 283 for 393, 40 tutties, 7 picks, 72% completion percentage. Rushing, Roberts, 224 for 833, 12 tutties. Hay, 111 for 442. Castle, 58 for 227, 10 tutties. Hetzel, 13 for 66 and a tutty. Receiving, Hetzel, 57 for 1,055, 11 tutties. David, 71 for 987 tutties. Grant, 67 for 968, 8 tutties. Jackson, 45 for 779, 8 tutties. Robert, 27 for 194. Stroman, 7 for 185, 3 tutties. Castle, 6 for 24 with a tutty. Cheyenne Bakhtiari, 1 for 2 with a tutty. Foster, 1 for 2. Jack Kelly, 1 for 1 with a tutty. Defensively, Favors with 67, 53 for Davis. Jordan with 51, 49 for Gooch. 44 for Nate Johnson and Ethan Johnson and Kyle. 43 for Jason Chalmers. Lowell with 42. 41 for Eldrick Griffin. Tackles for loss, Philip Lee with 7-6 for Sean Collins. Thomas Davis with 3-2 for Jordan and Joshua. 1 by Gooch, Johnson, Griffin, and Darrell and Santana. Sacks, 13 by Nate Johnson. Sean Collins, 9.5. 6.5 for Thomas Davis. 6 by Philip Lee. Gooch with 4. 1 by Hopper and Lowell. Or Yowie. I don't know. Jordan Cass with a half sack, and same with Omar Graham. Interceptions, 3 by Ethan Johnson. Gooch with 1, and Yowie with 1. Favors with 1, and Elijah McCantos with 1. We had a really good year. Let's carry this momentum into year 3. And in year number 2, the Alabama Crimson Tide takes down the Heisman Trophy winner in the USC Trojans, 41-35. Tracy Hill Jr. commits. Braylon Johnson committed. Justin Williams Thomas committed. Cornelius Apachong Pong committed. Elias Williams commits. Chris Marble Jr. committed. Regan McCrary committed. Chase Regan committed. Xavier Turner Bradshaw committed. Haki Finoa committed. David Sword committed. Charlie Becker committed. Tyler Williams committed. Obina Onawaku commits. Ladies and gentlemen, we finished with the 37th best class in the nation. Best in the Sun Belt. We already dominated the Sun Belt this past year. Let's try to dominate it again. Quentin Cantwell committed. Clayton Mills committed. Devontae Hamrick committed. Gene Perkins commits. Lee Ruggins committed. And ladies and gentlemen, for the 3rd straight year in a row, we are going to the Sun Belt Championship. Charles Petty committed. Rashad Garbutt commits. And ladies and gentlemen, we are Sun Belt champions for the 2nd year in a row. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2026 Heisman Trophy winner is John Maintier, quarterback of Washington State. He had 3,385 yards, 38 tutties, and 4 picks. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going to the Birmingham Bowl, taking on the Pittsburgh Panthers. And ladies and gentlemen, we got our ass kicked 35-10 in the Birmingham Bowl Obviously, a disappointing end of the year. All right, here are the year 2 stats. Terrell Hay kind of had a disappointing year after his first great year here. He had 3,320 yards, 249 for 36, 930 tutties, 2 picks. That's good. 67% completion percentage. Rushing, Roberts 209 for 1,042, 15 tutties. Hay, 129 for 531, 2 tutties. Pitts, 51 for 187, 5 tutties. Becker, 11 for 20 with 3 tutties. Sean, 10 for 13 with a tutty. Receiving, Becker, 50 for 868, 9 tutties. Foster, 60 for 755, 7 tutties. Chris Lawson Jr., 54 for 744, 4 tutties. Grant Tucker, 42 for 547, 3 tutties. Roberts, 22 for 22 tutties. Fowles, 9 for 104, 5 tutties. Kyle Pitts, 8 for 73. And Sean, 2 for 21. And George, 2 for 8. How about the defense? 80 tackles for Gooch. Burks with 66, Nate Johnson 61, 56 for Braylon Johnson, Omar Graham Jr. 54, 49 for Tracy Hill Jr., Jordan with 48, 43 for Farmer, and other Darrell Farmer, 40. Tackles for loss 6 by Nate Johnson, Bukiai Farmer with 5, Omar Graham Jr. with 4, same with Hopper and Wyatt, 3 for Gooch, 1 by DJ Burks and Trey. I don't know what I did there. Sacks 9 by Josiah, Nate Johnson with 8, 7.5 for Omar Graham, Hopper with 7.5, 7 for Farmer, Gooch with 2.5, Burks, Farrer, McCantos, and Mason Curtis with 1, half a sack for Tracy Hill Jr. Interceptions 4 by Tracy Hill and Jordan, 3 by Braylon Johnson, Farner, and McCantos. Obviously, a disappointing year after making the playoff in year 2. Let's try again in year 4. Ladies and gentlemen, the North Texas Mean Green win the national title here in year 3 over Washington 30-24. Isaiah Crumpler committed. Cameron Hardy committed. Brandon Nicholson committed. Gabriel Kuhn committed. Ladies and gentlemen, we finished with the 29th best recruiting class in the nation. Once again, the best in the Sun Belt. We have gotten talent. Let's go in year 4 and win. Hopefully another Sun Belt. Sharik Booker committed. Quentin Upshaw committed. Jack Quick, Juan Quick committed. Larry Charles committed. Cameron Johnson committed. Titus Lampkin commits. Alani Sharp commits. Vernon Griffles committed. Josh Shakir commits. Ari Mula commits. Zach Claybrooks commits. Major Barnes committed. And ladies and gentlemen, we are once again going to the Sun Belt. We're looking to three-peat. Can we do it? And ladies and gentlemen, we can do the three-peat. We are Sun Belt champs once again. And ladies and gentlemen, your 2027 Heisman Trophy winners, DJ Lagway, quarterback of Alabama. He had 3,410 yards, 38 tutties, and 5 picks. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going to the Camilo Bowl, taking on the Ball State Cardinals. And ladies and gentlemen, we are the Camilo Bowl champions. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here are the year 4 stats. Terrell Hay, 3,759 yards, 266, 394, 34 tutties, 11 picks, 67% completion percentage. Kyle Pitts, 226 for 937, 17 tutties. Hay, 127 for 505, 8 tutties. Chuck Smith, 42 for 185, 3 tutties. Lawson Jr., 13 for 43. Kahn, 7 for 9, 2 tutties. Sion, 1 for 8. David Sword, 1 for 3. Receiving, Grant Tucker, 71 for 1,014, 17 tutties. Chris Lawson Jr., 49 for 995, 11 tutties. George, 57 for 755, 7 tutties. William Fowles, 49 for 676, 7 tutties. Kyle Pitts, 31 for 188, 1 tutty. Becker, 4 for 94, 1 tutty. Johnny Smith, 1 for 15. Al Foster, 1 for 9, 2 for 9 for Chuck Smith. Sion, 1 for 4. Defensively, Mason Curtis, 71 tackles, 54 for Isaiah. Brandon Nicholson, 51, 49 for Peter. Chase with 48, 45 for Caleb Neal. Cornelius with 42. Tackles for loss, 7 by Carver. Cornelius with 6, 4 by Chase Reagan and Bucky Farmer. Mason Curtis with 3. Aquaria with 3. I don't know how I did that. Buzzy with 3. 1 for Beckner and Sydney. Sacks, 8.5 by Carver. Cornelius with 6. 5.5 for Ongwaka. Bucky Farmer with 5. 3.5 for Buzzy. Curtis with 2.5. 2 for Trent Wooden. Connor Vick with 1. Half sack for Onkwaria. I can't pronounce it. Isaiah Kumpler with a half. 6 interceptions for Brandon Nicholson. Peter with 4. Mason Curtis with 3 along with Chase Reagan. Saunders with 2 and 1 by Trey Lanhart. We got to go to the offseason, get some talent out of the portal if we want any shot to win a Natty in year 5. And ladies and gentlemen, Washington goes back to the Natty. This time they still lose to a team that wears green, the Oregon Ducks, and of course it hurts more because it's their rival. Oregon 40, Washington 36. Blake Franks commits. Jeremy Callis commits. Brady Hicks committed. Howie Harper committed. Elijah Cannon commits. Shamar Me Cully commits. Antonio Watt committed. Kareem Beckham committed. Ladies and gentlemen, we finished with the 10th best class in the nation. Best in the Sun Belt. We have got all the talent necessary. Let's go win a national championship now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you know when you see the screen on recruiting on, let's get the simming. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we got some work to do here in the late half of the season. We are currently 7-1, ranked 19. We did lose to Miami. It's our only loss by 4. But everyone else we have beaten, but, you know, in the Sun Belt, things get crazy. We got to win out. We got to win out. Just win out. Let's go. Currently 11-1, ranked 4th in the nation, and we're going to the Sun Belt Championship taking on Southern Miss. And ladies and gentlemen, we have won the Sun Belt for the 4th straight year. Now, let's go win an Natty. And ladies and gentlemen, we get to play the team that gave us our one and only loss to Miami Hurricanes. Only problem, they get home field advantage. We're going to the Capital One Orange Bowl. Here we are at the Hard Rock with the bucket of oranges on the line. Get another crack at Miami. They gave us our only loss of the year. Only problem is we got to do it in their home stadium, beating them again. I don't know if we played them in our home stadium, their home stadium, when we played them in the regular season, but we are a team of destiny. Our quarterback, Hay, has been our guy since we got him here. And it's going to be tough. Miami's going to be a good team. We got to put the U down. It's going to be Miami, App State, with a chance to go to the semis. Here we go. 90-yard touchdown for Chris Lawson Jr. 10-3 App State. All right, here we go. First and goal at the 1. A chance to go up 17-3. Here we go. Hey, hikes it. Pitts is in. Touchdown. Appalachian State 17-3. Good guys. Big third down. We are only up 3. Hold on. 2-minute warning. All right, a big 3rd and 10. Only up 3 with 2 minutes to go. Hey, gonna hike it. And it's a pick. Oh my god, it's a pick. He was open until he wasn't. 55 seconds, 3 timeouts, a chance to get the game-winning field goal after that abysmal pick by me. Here we go. Hey, hikes it. He's going deep. He's got a man! He's got Collis! First down, App State! We are at the 33 now of Miami. We are in field goal range. We got it again. Call us. First down. Timeout Miami. 2nd and inches. 46 seconds to go for Hay in App State. Here we go. We're going to run it. That's a first down. Timeout Miami. App State looking to get the game-winning field goal. Pitts is going to lose 1. All right, 2nd and 11. We just got to run it here. And oh my god, Pitts is going to get this field goal a little bit closer. 3rd and 1. All right, 3rd and 1. All right, 2 seconds. Here we go. The kick is up, and it is good, and App State is moving on to the semifinals. Suck on that, Miami. You got us in the regular season, but when it matters most, we get you in the regular season, and we beat you in your home stadium. Let's go. Semifinals for App State. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going to the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, taking on the Utah Utes. Alrighty, here we are at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, where App State will be competing in their first ever semifinal in the CFB. I don't think they've ever made it. They're obviously from the FCS. No shit, Greg. Didn't have that far of travel. Utah obviously had the majority of travel. But we have a chance to do something no App team has ever done. And that's make the national title. Let's do it, App State. Let's take care of business. Just had a holding penalty. That's why it's first and goal at the 19. Here we go. Hey, play action. Gets 3. All right, 2nd and goal from the 16 here. Hey. He's got him. Overthrown, though. 3rd and goal from the 16. Here we go. Hey. And it's going to be incomplete. Kyle Pitts with 11-yard touchdown. 10-7, going to half. First and goal at the 1. Here we go. Pitts. Going to go nowhere. 2nd and goal from the 4. Going back to Pitts again. Cuts in, goes nowhere. Fuck. 3rd and goal from the 2. We need this. We need this. We need this. Right there in the flat. We got him. Pitts, touchdown, Appalachian State. And we will go for 2 here. Hey.
Right there, got the 2 point, up 7, let's go. And ladies and gentlemen, the Utah Utes go down, and your Appalachian State Mountaineers are on to the national title. Way to go, Hay and company. And ladies and gentlemen, we will be taking on the Stanford Cardinal with a chance to win the national title. Let's go. There she is, the national championship trophy. Stanford stands in our way. App State, this is probably the closest they'll ever see to seeing one of these, unless they hire your boy to come on in. But you know, look at that tree, man. Look at that tree. It's so goofy. We are a mountaineer. You know what mountaineers do to trees, guys? They chop them down, and they take the wood, and they use it for their fire, right? They use it for their fire. They use it to cook with. They chop down trees to make wood to give them resources. That's what I'm basically trying to say. So us mountaineers, we should have no problem chopping these trees down. Let's go. Win an Addy. Here we are. First and goal at the 5. Hey, hands off. Pitt's going to go back door. Doesn't work. He's got negative 2 yards rushing. Second and goal from the 4. Hey, under center. Gonna go back to Pitts. He's got a lane. Touchdown! Appalachian State, and we have a 7-0 lead here in the Natty. Fourth quarter, we're down 7. Third and 3, a chance to tie it. Here we go. Hey, right there. Pitts. We're going for it. We're going for it. Switch the camera angle. Here we go. 4th and inches. Pitts. He's got a hole! He's in! Touchdown, App State! 17 all. Defense, we need to stop. Brandon Nicholson! We get the pick, we needed that. 4th and 4, I am going for it. Here we go, hey. I don't know why. Oh no, terrible pass! Fuck! 2nd and 14, 44 seconds to go. Here we go. Don't tell me that's picked. Damn it, 3rd and 14. 3rd and 14. We just got to get it close to first. Oh, where'd he come from? 4th down. Here we go. I should have bulleted it. Fuck, and that's an incomplete. Ladies and gentlemen, I should have bulleted it. Not bulleted it. Lob past it. I bulleted it, and it's incomplete. Well, I guess fucking trees have lice, I guess. I don't know. Mountaineers, I guess, don't chop down trees. Terrell Hay was the greatest App State quarterback in history of App State. We choked. We choked it, man. We came back just to lose, and Stanford will hold the title. Man, oh man, disappointing end. We choked. I should have lobbed it, and I bulleted it. Usually, if I lob it, it doesn't go work that way. And then I say, oh, I should have bulleted it. And then that time, it bulleted it, and it didn't go the way we wanted to. App State, we've done a really good job. Terrell Hay, the quarterback, I want to show you him. Probably the greatest quarterback in App State history, Terrell Hay. Probably the greatest quarterback. We recruited him. He was a 5-star. I wonder if we could see his career stats with us. I mean, he did really good for us. 15,000 yards. 140 TDs to 29, 69% completion percentage. I think that might have put him in the record books. Let's check this. I usually don't do this, but since it's App State, where can I see App State? Oh, I got to do all this bullshit. There we go. Appalachian State. Terrell Hay, most passing tutties. I'm assuming that is pass yards. That was that's game. My bad. Season. Oh no, career. We want career. My bad. I'm sorry, I never done this. Yeah, Terrell Hay breaks the record for most passing yards and passing TDs. So that's what he does in an App State career, man. But it's what a shame. It would have been nice. We'd probably be putting him in the GOAT conversation in these 5-year rebuilds if we would have won a natty. I don't know. What a shit way to lose it. I mean, I choked. Call me, blame me. I don't know. But App State, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have enjoyed, hit like and subscribe. You guys subscribe. You guys want me to keep doing this. And leave a comment down in the YouTube comment section. Helps the algorithm get out there. And anyway, that was my spiel. That's my spiel. So I want you to have a great day or have a great night, depending on when you're watching the video. And I will see you in the next one. Peace. I'm out.